Welcome to Smart Stock Watch, your go-to channel for in-depth financial analysis. Today is July 16th, 2025, and we're diving into Goldman Sachs' second quarter earnings report. Joining us is John, a senior analyst from Smart Stock Watch. John, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to discuss Goldman Sachs' latest financial performance.
Goldman Sachs has just released their Q2 2025 earnings report. Can you give us a brief overview of the company and the highlights from this report?
Absolutely. Goldman Sachs is a leading global financial institution, and in this quarter, they reported net revenues of $14.58 billion and net earnings of $3.72 billion. The diluted EPS came in at $10.91, which is a significant beat over the forecasted $9.43.
Revenue and profitability overview. Let's start with the top line. Goldman Sachs reported net revenues of $14.58 billion for the second quarter, which is a 15% increase year over year. John, what drove this growth?
The growth was primarily driven by strong performance in their Global Banking and Markets division, which saw a 24% increase in net revenues compared to the same quarter last year. This was largely due to higher investment banking fees and robust activity in equities and FIC intermediation.
And how did this translate into profitability?
Goldman Sachs reported net earnings of $3.72 billion with an EPS of $10.91. This is a 27% increase from the same period last year, showcasing their ability to convert revenue growth into bottom-line profitability effectively.
Operational efficiencies and future outlook. Goldman Sachs has also made strides in operational efficiencies. Can you elaborate on their operating expenses and efficiency ratio?
Certainly. Operating expenses were $9.24 billion, which is an 8% increase from last year. However, their efficiency ratio improved to 62.0% for the first half of 2025, down from 63.8% in the previous year. This indicates better cost management despite higher expenses.
They also announced a dividend increase and share repurchases. What does this signal to investors?
The increase in the quarterly dividend to $4 per share and the $3 billion in share repurchases reflect Goldman Sachs' strong cash flow and commitment to returning value to shareholders. It's a positive signal of confidence in their future earnings potential.
Segment performance and strategic initiatives. John, let's delve into the performance of Goldman Sachs' different segments. How did Global Banking and Markets perform?
Global Banking and Markets was a standout, generating $10.1 billion in net revenues, a 24% increase from last year. This was driven by strong investment banking fees, particularly in advisory and equity underwriting.
What about their asset and wealth management and platform solutions segments?
Asset and Wealth Management reported $3.78 billion in revenues, slightly down by 3% year over year, mainly due to lower equity and debt investment revenues. Platform Solutions saw a modest 2% increase to $685 million, indicating stable growth in consumer platforms.
CEO Info Insights. Unfortunately, we don't have direct statements from Goldman Sachs' CEO or CFO in this report. However, based on the data, what can we infer about their future prospects?
Goldman Sachs is well positioned for continued growth, given their strong market position and strategic initiatives. Their focus on expanding investment banking and maintaining operational efficiencies should support future earnings growth.
How does their market position influence their strategic direction?
As a leading financial institution, Goldman Sachs leverages its global reach and diversified services to capture market opportunities. Their strategic focus on high-growth areas like advisory and equities positions them well for future success.
Key takeaways. In summary, Goldman Sachs has delivered a strong performance in Q2 2025 with impressive revenue growth and profitability. Their strategic initiatives and shareholder returns highlight their robust financial health and future potential.
Absolutely. With a solid earnings beat and strategic focus, Goldman Sachs remains a compelling investment opportunity for those looking at the financial sector.
Thank you, John, for your insights, and thank you to our viewers for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Smart Stock Watch for more financial analyses. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Goldman Sachs' performance in the comments below.